So a question that I sometimes get asked is that if I think that the whole entire population is going to become vegan, if I think that eventually over the years people are gonna make the connection and become vegan, do I think that's possible? Well, it is much more complicated than that. I got some stats from the documentary Cowspiracy, where I learned some things that I didn't really know before, and it was that, correct me if I'm wrong, that the number one target or the number one priority that the FBI focuses on is activists that stand against companies farming, like companies that grow meat and dairy industry. So people that stand up against those companies are the number one target for the FBI, and that reason is because if there are people destroying the calmness, it could be said, and creating kind of discomfort and saying things that are basically true but putting that in the public eye, disturbing the public, those are the targets. Because when people start finding out about all the truth that has been hidden from them, then people are gonna become angry, because they're gonna they're gonna want to stand up for themselves and stand up for what they've been told before. So the government doesn't want that, and I think that if there's gonna be a big change like that, because diet is incredibly a lot of people are stuck into eating the way they grew up eating, which is animal-based products and foods. But I think that something drastic has to happen. I take that in comparison as, for example, Black people or Hispanic people or even the Jews that were treated like dirt, like slaves, were beaten, were killed, were just brutally treated, inhumane, and I think that after so many of those people were killed and after so many people stood up for those people that were mistreated, I think that other people started recognizing this and understanding what was going on, and then that's how change happened. So yes, I think eventually people or the population will become vegan, but there has to be some dramatic moments in the history of the world for it to happen. It might be activists getting killed, and people standing up for what is happening to the animals and to the world to be able for this change to happen. And I would volunteer. I would volunteer to, if, even today there are activists that are being killed for speaking up and for standing up for those animals. It's horrible. It's horrible that that's happening, but I think that if that's what it takes for people to understand what is happening, I would stand up. I would I don't know. I would volunteer. Basically what I'm saying is that if it took numbers of people who were killed by the government or by those corporations, I would stand up and guess I'll be a number. If that's what it takes. Seriously, because if you look at history and if you see how people's behaviors changed, it was because of a dramatic event or a series of events. So I think that's what it's gonna take for people to understand, or either maybe it's not as dramatic as activists getting killed, but maybe famine or like some sort of disease overtaking like an incredible big portion of the population, and like decreasing the population for humans to understand that eating animals is not only the worst thing to do for your health, but for the whole planet as well, for the animals, for everything. So I think that yes, eventually the world will become vegan, but maybe what it takes is for people to wake up and for a dramatic event or series of events to happen. So obviously I don't want that to happen. Obviously, I just like, it would be incredible for people to make the connection like that. That would be the best thing to do. That would be the ideal. But from what history shows us, that's not the case. So if you want to join me on the vegan movement, and if you think that what I just said is not necessary, and you think that it's just as easy as making the connection, then make the connection. Yeah, it's crazy. And I got inspired to speak up because I just watched the documentary Cowspiracy. That documentary is incredible. So if you think of yourself of an environmentalist, watch that movie. Yeah, can't say anything else. So yes, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you agree with what I said, let me know below, or if you think similar things as me, let me know below as well. And yeah, catch you guys later. Oh my god, this video is getting too long.